As I sit here on December 31st, 2024, taking a look at all of the great cards that I added to my collection, not only from a polar bear perspective, my set jumped from 50 graded cards all the way to 110, to the fact now that I'm now building the entire 520 card T206 set. There is though one card that really got away, and what I'm calling the biggest mistake of the year, because I knew better. I know these cards, but yet I let this card get away. But before we walk down this road together, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, otherwise known on X. Instagram is at CRT_sports cards. And if you ever have a question around T206 or T206 Polar Bear, feel free to email me at chris@crtsportscards.com. So what card could it possibly be? Which is my biggest mistake from 24? Would it shock you to believe or to know that it's actually a card that I already own? Yes, the card that I'm referring to is T206 Polar Bear Simon Nichols. Couple of baseball facts here for Simon Nichols. And look, this guy is a common player, and his name is actually misspelled on this card. This is not a misspelling error like McGee. This is just one with one L. His other card in the T206 set is spelled correctly with two L's. But one key thing here that supersedes and tells a story around this particular card. So Polar Bear players are starting with the 350 subject. There is not a single 150 subject, the original players for T206 in a Polar Bear back. But Simon Nichols, he retired from baseball 3 games into that 1910 season. So when you start printing Polar Bear cards, if you're the American Tobacco Company, do I need to keep producing cards of a player who just recently retired? The answer is no. But now fast forwarding 115 years from when this set was produced. Remember, Polar Bear was just released and produced in 1910. There are 4 to 5 different printings of the overall set. But what that means is because he retired so early on into that 1910 season, this Simon Nichols Polar Bear, this is the hardest card to find in the entire set. And that is because sometime during the original first printing of Polar Bear in spring to maybe summer of 1910, they pulled Simon Nichols off the print sheet. And for good reference here, when I was building my Polar Bear set starting roughly right around 2021 all the way through 2023, I had actually never seen this card. I had heard about it. I could never, find one for sale. I eventually found this exact copy for sale for $300 in just awful condition. And truly here, I just didn't like the card. I didn't like the way it looks. But if you could do me a huge favor, I would greatly appreciate it. If you're liking the video so far, give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. But when it comes to this Nichols, when I bought this card, I vowed to myself that I would upgrade it the moment I have the opportunity, just because of how scarce it is and how, in my opinion, ugly this is, because the crease goes right through his face. But what do I not do in 2024? Upgrade this card when I have not only 1, 2, but 3 different opportunities in 2024. When you reference VCP for this card, before this year or 2024, there had not been a registered sale of a Simon Nichols Polar Bear since 2020. Yet, I let 3 different opportunities bypass me and not upgrade this card. I even made a reel in the summer months when REA had the highest graded Simon Nichols up for auction, which is an SGZ 3.5. I let it go, and it only went for just under $800. It wasn't like that was maybe a ton of money. This card is scarce. And yet I vowed to myself a year ago to upgrade this card, yet when the opportunity came, it passed me by. And that is something I do not want to have happen again for my set, whether it be Polar Bear or 520. So my goal, number 1 goal in 2025, is to officially upgrade this Simon Nichols and to right the wrong for my collecting journey in 2024.